This person died 30,000 years ago. They never wrote a single word. No name, no diary, no gravestone with dates on it. So how do we know anything about them at all? Not guesses. Actual, provable facts. Start with the body. A skeleton is basically a diary written in calcium instead of ink. The pelvis tells you if they were male or female. The teeth tell you their age, almost to the year, because enamel grows in visible layers, like tree rings, but in your mouth. Worn-down joints tell you what kind of labor they did. A healed fracture tells you they survived an injury, and that someone probably took care of them while they recovered. Even a single broken and healed bone is evidence of something writing could never capture, that this person had people who cared whether they lived. Okay, but how old is this stuff? This is where it gets clever. Every living thing absorbs a tiny bit of radioactive carbon while it's alive. The moment it dies, that carbon starts decaying at a fixed, known rate, like a clock that never speeds up or slows down. Measure how much is left, and you know almost exactly how long ago that thing died. For anything older than about 50,000 years, carbon dating stops working. So scientists switch to dating the rock layers the bones were buried in instead. Volcanic ash, in particular, holds its own internal clock. Stack enough of these methods together, cross-check them against each other, and you get a date you can actually trust. No writing doesn't mean no evidence. It means the evidence is just stuff instead of sentences. A stone tool's shape tells you what species made it. Neanderthals and early humans had distinct tool-making styles, like handwriting. Ancient garbage dumps, literally piles of old bones, shells, and broken pottery, tell you what people ate, hunted, and threw away. One person's trash is an archaeologist's favorite thing on Earth. Cave paintings prove something writing can't. That these people had imagination, storytelling, maybe even religion, tens of thousands of years before the first alphabet existed. And sometimes, we get something almost eerie. Actual footprints, preserved in ancient mud that hardened into stone. A person's literal last steps, walking somewhere, 23,000 years ago. And then, in just the last 15 years, we got a tool ancient people could never have imagined. Their own DNA. Scientists pulled DNA from a single 40,000-year-old finger bone and discovered an entire new human species nobody knew existed. And that same science proved something wild. Most people alive today are walking around with a little bit of Neanderthal DNA still inside them. Writing never told anyone that. Their bones did, tens of thousands of years later. So no, this person never wrote their name down. But between their bones, the dirt around them, the tools in their hand, and the DNA still living in you and me, they left behind more evidence than most people do today. We didn't need their words. We just needed to know how to listen